Hi there, Sam Sorbo here for the Accidental Homeschooler. That's you, not so much me because I did it on purpose. So today I thought we would start with what does a typical homeschool day look like for a mom of three young children. So I had Braden, my oldest, in third grade. I had a first grader and I had a toddler. And so I thought I'd just take a page or two from my book to share that with you because I get asked this a lot. You know, how do I manage more than one child and that kind of thing. So I usually get up at 5:30. Yeah, when I was writing full time, I was up at 5:30 and I'd work till about 8. The kids usually wake up between 6 and 8. The little ones sometimes not till 8:30. They get to bed later when Daddy's home than when he's not. Today, Braden's up at 7:30 and he's allowed to watch cartoons until 8, after which there's no more television. That's sometimes enough incentive to get him up early. By 8:20, he's eating breakfast and the other two have wandered down to the kitchen. Kevin is breakfast man, so he's helping them with eggs and cereal while I get dressed. So I'm going to do a video later this week about division of labor because that seems to be a little bit of a point of contention and stuff, but I'll get back to the book here. I like to start the day with them at 9. I've said that before. That was just it was arbitrary, but I just liked this idea that, 9 o'clock, we start our day. We begin with a short review of some Latin words at the kitchen table. Today isn't the lesson day, just a review which goes off quickly, and we're off to other subjects. Biwa wanders into my office to do spelling with headphones and a study CD. So we had Phonetic Zoo is what I like to use, and it comes with CDs, which basically gives the child a spelling test, and they take the same test every day and they correct it right there, and they move on if they get everything right 2 days in a row, and if they don't, then they have to retake the test until they do. It was a really good system. It was autonomous. They could do it by themselves. I had it in my office so I could sort of supervise and make sure they were doing it and look at it. And they would show me the test when they were done after they had corrected it. And so you could make sure that they were correcting it properly and all that. And then what I did was I assigned him the writing of the missed words 3 times after he took the test. So once he figured out, oh, he missed, he missed quickly. So then he'd have to write correctly 3 times. And he would have the example of that word right there in front of him. Shane and I get started with his SNV stuff. That's subject, noun, verb. We did Shirley Grammar, is a very popular series that we did. He adored it. All my kids actually really enjoyed it. It's hard to get him committed when, in his estimation, there's so many other more interesting things to do. Once he's seated, though, he's thrilled to be able to identify all the words and their jobs. That's really important for kids. That's why grammar is so important, because they learn that words have jobs. And they like that because it's ordered. And they like to discover the order in the world, which is part of their curiosity. Okay, we'll leave it at that. In the 3 days, so they have 3 daily sentences, and then they learn some new vocabulary words. We complete a lesson about writing a 2-point expository paragraph, and he's surprisingly eager to start it. My favorite colors. In a little less than 45 minutes, we're done. I turn his math book to the next 2 pages for him to complete, and I send him off with a kiss on the cheek. I call Tavy for her daily reading, but just as I do, the phone rings, so I'm obliged to take it. Afterward, I wrangle her and we sit for a little bit of reading. She's just getting her letter sounds down, so it's quite a struggle. But even she can appreciate the progress that she's making. After about 10 minutes, she used to complain about being too hot. Oh, I'm too hot. She was so wiggly as a little toddler, and she was getting hot because reading made her anxious. Trying so hard made her anxious, and it heated her body. She got warm. Her attention shot. I gently insist on finishing the page, which we get through with my help, of course, and then she asks very sweetly, Mommy, can I take a break now? Of course she can. Biwa finds me still at the kitchen table. Mom, it's time to do grammar. Although I need to take care of something with my assistant in the office, I'm back in less than 10 minutes, and when I return, he's seated at the table. Of course, he's imagining some battle between his Lego warriors. It's fascinating reading this. I haven't read my own book in quite a while, and it's bringing back all of these memories. I'm so happy that I have this. In fact, I do encourage you, start keeping just a little bit of a journal. Just jot down some of the things your kids say and stuff like that. Okay, let's get started, please. He says, today's lesson is on quotation marks. So after the daily sentence parsing, I read through the lesson with him, go over the practice section so he knows what to do, and I set him free. Now I seize the opportunity to catch up on the emails I've been ignoring, but not for long because Shane's having trouble with the last page of math problems. That takes no time at all to sort out. He was stuck on the name, Tanya, in the word problems. He finishes that page as I dig out his reading book, in which he has 2 pages of reading lessons. While he starts that, Braden starts practicing piano. Shane sneaks over to the piano when the reading is finished, and Braden comes back for history about Christopher Columbus. I read aloud to him, plus he has 2 chapters to cover in his book about the explorer. By now, it's noon, so that's our morning. You see? Tavy has completed all of her work. Shane, too, save reading, which he enjoys finishing after lunch. Biwa will continue his work. Biwa Braden, that was his nickname, will continue his work after we eat. As the oldest, he maintains the greatest workload. Well, 3rd grade. So it's a little bit more than the other 2. I call out to Shane and Tavy, what do you want for lunch? While Biwa finishes the history lesson by himself. Usually we eat lunch at the TV while watching educational videos from the library. I used to check out all of the documentary type stuff, and today instead I tuned to the History Channel's program on Alexander the Great. And I remember that, and it got a little dicey. I had to turn it off. Those Romans, they were cray-cray. Anyway, but the little ones lose interest as soon as they finish eating, and so they go outside to find grasshoppers and snakes and play. And their school day's done. Braden's school day is a little bit longer, but of course we've mixed in piano in there and some reading stuff, and he still has reading to complete. He still has his Bible work. But even so, after lunch, I send him outside to shoot some hoops for a while. And then I go into the afternoon activities because I think it's pertinent to see how other people do it. Not because that's exactly how you're going to do it, but because it gives you some ideas, right? So from the above description, you can see how busy life is with 3 homeschooled children. Although it sounds tiring, here are things that I've eliminated from my schedule by not sending them away to the local public school every day. So I just want to read you this quickly. I don't make daily lunches. I'm not dressing kids for school. I'm not rounding children up to take them to school each morning. I'm not driving to school each day. I'm not rushing around looking for lost books or reports or papers or shoes. I'm not reading and signing forms that are sent home by teachers. I'm not planning the school parties or the baking things for the school parties or the shopping for the school parties or any of the prep for the school parties. And there were a lot of school parties. I'm not doing homework at 4 p.m. right before dinner. I'm not doing homework after dinner. I'm not feeling stupid because of not understanding the new math. That's a big one. I'm not driving back to the school. I'm not waiting in the pickup line for the kids. I'm not attending parent-teacher meetings except in my mirror. And I'm not dealing with bullying or handling playground incidents or even handling incidents with other mothers of other children in the classroom or on the playground or all that stuff. And so there you have it. We'll call this one Per Diem. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want my book, here it is. They're Your Kids. It's available on my website, samsorbo.com. All these videos, of course, are up on my website, samsorbo.com. And I am doing, once a week, I'm doing a video on Facebook Live. And so you can go to the Sam Sorbo official Facebook page and tune into that there. And before I let you go, April 23rd, my husband and I are doing a marriage date night, marriage sort of thing. So we're going to try to pour into your marriage and give you some tips and some secrets to how to get to 22 years and counting. So that's April 23rd. If you go to homegrowngeneration.com/date and you can sign up and register there. And looking forward to seeing you there. It is fully interactive, so you'll be able to ask questions and stuff, and my husband will be on his best behavior. I probably should be saying that about me rather than him, but anyway, we should have a good time. So I hope we'll see you there. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.